All right, Coach, congrats on a big win today. Can you just open up with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions?
Well, the Saginaw game's always a big rivalry game for us, and there's a lot of emotion, and sometimes I think we let our emotions control us, and that hurt us a little bit early. Probably put us in bad positions with penalties and things like that. I think at halftime they were a little bit better focus on our team, and I think there was a little bit of inspiration from Kyle Toth's injury.
All right.
You guys have actually struggled mightily against Saginaw Valley over the years. Did you just get a sense that this year was going to be different? I mean, the motivation had to have been there against them.
Well, the motivation's there every week. I mean, you can pick. If we were playing the West Side Cubs, we find motivation to win the game. But we just have a better football team than what we've had. And I think we've probably were in position the last 2 years to be successful against them. We haven't played them because they've kind of struggled the last couple of years. So, it worked out that they're starting to come back a little bit, and we're probably at our strongest in a long time.
So you're 7-1 for the first time since 2011. I mean, how hard is it not to think about that and the comparisons between the teams?
You know what? We've talked about that. We've thought about it. 2011 was kind of a magic year. I mean, some strange things happened that allowed us to keep going in the playoffs and things like that. The 2010 team was the best team I had. 2010, we were 9-2. We went to Saginaw, beat them as bad as we did today at their place. We had a great team that beat Hillsdale, and Hillsdale made the playoffs, and we didn't. So that was really a heck of a football team. 2011, we were a little bit disappointed in kind of how we went through the regular season. This football team has more depth, has the ability to score and the ability to shut you down on defense. This is, in my opinion, I don't know what the final results will be. In my opinion, this is a better football team than any team we've had.
You obviously the ground game has been huge this year, but how big is that, especially on a day like today with the wind?
It was really big.
Tough day to pass.
We couldn't throw it against the wind. We couldn't throw it with the wind. We couldn't throw it. I mean, we threw a touchdown pass, but it was just a tough day to throw the football. And they were trying to make us pay by putting everybody in the box and playing man coverage and saying, okay, you're not going to throw it, we're just going to tackle you. I thought Romello Brown ran extremely well. I thought the offensive line played extremely well. We made some plays when we had to, and again, the defense held them to 30 yards rushing.
So you guys have pretty much steamrolled your way through most of the season up to this point. And in the beginning of this game, it seemed like it was going to be pretty close. How do you feel about the team and how deep it's able to dig when, in the beginning it seemed like they were kind of close, Saginaw stayed in striking distance, but you were able to, put your foot on the throat and basically do what you guys normally do and blow them out for the rest of the game?
Well, I was really proud of the team because as I watched in the second half, I saw a level of determination. And it's kind of like you said, we were determined to not only win that game, but to dominate that football game. And one of the things that happened when Kyle was down and we were getting him ready for the stretcher, one of the things he said to me was, Coach, tell these guys we don't have to be close. This game doesn't have to be close. Tell them let's go blow them out in the second half. That's what I told them. I told them exactly what he said and how he said it, and they went and did it.
And speaking of that moment, how does it feel for you as a coach to see your guys and show that kind of support with the fans and on the field with everyone, remaining silent and kind of giving that positive energy to him as well as his special teams teammates going to see him off as he goes into the ambulance?
It's pretty emotional. It's pretty emotional. You love these kids. You hate to see them have any kind of injury, and it was great to see the support he had from our team.
And one more from me. I know you guys especially probably my favorite play of the game was that, I don't even know, we were talking about the press box, the kickoff that basically turned
How about that?
Yeah, how about that
You know
basically
what?
turned to a fumble.
It's happened before.
Okay.
It's happened before, and I've seen it happen before, and I told the guys, and you know, it's kind of one of those things where you're afraid to do it, but he kept kicking the ball out of bounds, so it was like, just kick it off. And it's happened before where the wind's blowing so hard off of 94, you kick that ball off, it comes straight down, or it comes backwards. And I think we played Michigan Tech 10 years ago, and the ball came backwards. And you know, they've got their guy back at the 10-yard line, and that ball is like stopped. It's going to him, and it just stopped, and he's like, and he couldn't catch up to him. And you know, you have more time than you think, and I think he might have had more time than he thought. But that's a play that kind of talks about the determination our guys had, because Derek Singletary goes down, gets his helmet knocked off, and he's like in the scrum. And you would normally just get out of the way and try not to get killed. He's in there fighting for that football. I go in there after the play because I saw him and I knew he was going to be a little bit banged up. And he's sitting there, bloody lip, and he's like, you know, I'm okay. I'm like, just relax. You did a great job, you know. But it was just a sign of his determination.
I know there's a lot to be proud of, and as a coach, you probably want to critique some things. One thing you could probably look at is the extra point situation. I know you guys, I believe, are 32 or 41 on the season.
We're awful.
How do you improve
We're
something
awful.
like that?
We're awful. Our starting kicker was an all-league guy who has been injured for the entire season. Obviously, we have 3 games to go, so he's probably out for the season. Our backup kicker graduated this past year, and we brought in 4 walk-ons with the idea that somebody would develop, possibly. And little did I know that we were going to have to start the season with a walk-on kicker. And he's been good at times, and at times we've struggled.
Is there any way to improve something like that? I know you can just have him kick
No.
100 in practice.
Kick the ball through the goalpost. I mean, you know, I don't know.
I guess I got one more too. You guys have done great at home and put on a great show for the home fans, but especially with the postseason coming close, you guys have 2 important games on the road. Just how are you guys, you know, making sure you keep focused and don't get too high to make sure you go out and take care of business now on the road these last 2 days?
You know what? We know what we have in front of us. We're just taking one game at a time. We're not all out there. We're not worried about 2011. We're not thinking about it. You know what? We only have one thought on our mind: Saginaw. All right. We're not even thinking. I don't know if everybody in that room knows who we play next week. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and then they're going to focus on that, and that will be their only focus. We got to go beat Ferris. That's your only focus. The only thing you got to worry about for a week, and that's how I'm really proud of these guys. That's how they've been. They don't worry about what comes 2 weeks down the road or what big schedule we have in front of us. No, we got this team. You know what? Ferris is a good football team. They won the league last year. We go to their place. It's a great opportunity for us.
That will really show you probably what you have. I mean,
I
truthfully,
already
this
know
might
what
have
I
been
have.
the game. I mean, like they could say,
I got a
"Hey,
hell of a
Ferris."
football team. They're going to go and play their butts off against Ferris. Win or lose, I still have a hell of a football team.
Any more questions?
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach.
Okay.
Appreciate it so much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.